Hi, today we get ready to put everything back in the wheel arch.
Hello, welcome to Jerry Motorsport. I'm Jerry. Let's get started.
Okay, before we put everything back into the wheel arch, the first thing I'm going to do is treat the small pieces of rust that we've got here around the suspension lower mounting point and the spring seat. There's only a little bit of light surface rust, but I do need to get that treated before that becomes a problem, because this obviously is a structural area of the car. If that starts to rot through, then it's going to be a problem. So that's first job, treatment in this area, get it ready for putting the parts back on. So here's the surface rust that needs to be dealt with, quick wire brush with that and a bit of rust treatment from Bilt Hamber, because I'm really liking that stuff. Get that prepped and protected. It's very, very slight, it's just taking off a little bit of paint, probably the worst bit there, but I guess that's getting the road salts or whatever, but anyway, get that bit of a clean up. Okay, that's the worst of the rust taken off with a wire brush on the drill, and actually it's not too bad at all, so that's quite good. So what I'm going to do now is just wash off the loose rust with some brake and clutch cleaner, and then I'm going to apply the MkIII. Okay, that's all the loose rust removed. I used a toothbrush as well with the brake and clutch cleaner to just shift a bit more paint and grease type, I think it's like the wax oil actually that was on there, just shifted it all off. So we've got a really nice and clean area now, and so we're going to put some MkIII gel on, not MkIII, DEOX-C gel on. Now I didn't really cover this before, the gel, thick layer of the material rather than dunk it in a bath of DEOX-C. It allows you to stick it to things. So this is a perfect job for DEOX-C gel. I can't take this off, I can't dunk it in. Okay, that's the DEOX-C gel applied. It says to leave it on for about half an hour to 2 hours, depending on how bad it is. You can actually leave it up to 24 hours, which is what I did before, and it got sort of stuck on like a dried out snot. It was horrible. So I'm just going to give it a bit of an agitation, just to sort of work it in, any loose rust, get that off, and see how it is progressing. For a good couple of hours, and it's gone a sort of browny green now, so clearly something's working. You can see some patches have gone pretty bright steel, where the wire brush did quite a bit of the work. The deeper rust is taking a little bit longer, but it's a lot better than it was. An abrasive pad, and agitate the area. I've used a wire brush and abrasive pads just to loosen up. You can see that's gone really rusty coloured, so now I'm going to rinse that off with some water. The water, I've got 5% MkIII in it just to prevent flash rusting of that newly cleaned metal. Been a few days since I've cleaned this off, and the MkIII, you can see I've still got bare steel completely unrusted. It's been quite humid, but it's not gone anywhere, so that's done. Great job. Next job, I've got the Hydrite 80, which is a rust converter. This is for the parts that I haven't managed to get off using the DEOX-C. So that is what I'm doing next. That is going to get applied to these rustier parts. Let that dry off, and then etch, primer, and just a touch-up paint, just to fill it in. Okay, so that's all the Bilt Hamber Hydrite 80 applied, and it's dramatically changed the appearance of the steel. It's all quite black now. It was a lovely blue colour while I was doing it, and now it's ready for priming. So let's go on with the masking. It's time to take off the paper. Right, that is spring seat whole area all ready now for reassembly. We've got rid of the rust, all repainted. It's not quite the same colour. It's a Rover colour, whereas the car is actually a Jaguar colour. Now that that's all done, I can start putting things back together again, which means assembling the upper arm, top of that spring seat, put the lower wishbone together, and put the new bushes in there. I've just got to find all the bolts. I can remember where they all went, but I'm going to let that paint dry first.
Thanks very much for watching, and we'll hope to see you soon. Bye for now.